So I broke my own damn rules. Hi there, this is James Tripp. This is a video for James Tripp Chaos Wave, coming from the Orleans Hotel in Las Vegas, where HypnoThoughts 2018 has been going on. We are going to be looking at outcome attachment and how outcome attachment is just the kiss of death regarding living as a creator, creating the results that you want, and paradoxically so. Because you know what, when you think about it, you think, what do I want to create in the world? You've got to have an outcome, you've got to have a direction of travel. You need a vision to guide your action. But if you get too hooked into it, too needy around it, what it does is it blinkers you and shuts you down. It unhooks you from your creativity and your ability to maneuver in a variety of different ways. So outcome attachment becomes the kiss of death. There's another reason outcome attachment becomes the kiss of death, because if you need it, you can't be free to release into it. You see this when a singer wants to hit a high note that they think is out of their range, they reach for it, their throat, they need to be able to relax these muscles and release into the note that they're going for. They need to know what the note is, but if they're attached to it, if they absolutely must have it, and there's no flexibility around that, it interferes with their ability to coordinate effectively. Now, this is true in singing, it's true in life, everywhere. It's true in whatever it is that you want to create. And this lesson has been pushed in my face once again this weekend at HypnoThoughts. I'm going to give you a couple of, it's actually come up for me a few times recently, so I want to give you a couple of examples. Now, I'm a great fan of the Steve Jobs expression, you cannot connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect the dots looking backward. My approach to creating the results that you want in your life is based on surfing the chaos wave, is based on creating with the unpredictable circumstances that unfold around us, participating in the unfolding of life. And it works on the principle of emergence. In fact, on my Facebook group that goes along with the YouTube channel, I have the tagline, the principles of nonlinear generative engagement, right? This means being able to engage in such a way that the results that you want emerge in life, or very satisfactory results, but being outcome attached destroys the whole thing. That's trying to connect the dots looking forward rather than looking back, which just doesn't work, often doesn't work. So what happened? What are the lessons that I've had recently? So I'm going to give you two examples of where outcome attachment has got right in my way, where I've broken my own rules about avoiding egoic outcome attachment. The first example I'm going to give you has happened here at the HypnoThoughts Live. I accepted an invitation from a guy I know called Adrian Madril to co-present on mentalism and hypnotricks here at the HypnoThoughts Live. Now this was the first presentation I did on Friday. Now, I don't really do mentalism anymore, so it was interesting to revisit the past. But what ended up happening was a situation emerged where I had to break my own rules. Because when I do hypnosis, when I'm going for a particular hypnotic phenomena with somebody, I don't reveal that to them. So we don't know where we're headed, which means wherever we go, when we dance with the unfolding chaos, whatever we create is unique and can kind of be claimed after the fact. We can connect the dots looking backward. Of course, the perception of others is that it was always meant to go that way. But I don't reveal what is to be created, because then we can maneuver in a variety of different ways. If I reveal the effect, the response that is to be created, then we are significantly restricted in what we are able to do. So this is always a rule for me when doing hypnotic phenomena work. But in this instance, what happened is, because I was co-presenting with Adrian, Adrian said, and here's the grand finale, James is going to do this, which was actually the old getting the haunted key to turn in someone else's hand. Now suddenly my rule has been broken. I've been pushed into a position where I'm now, I've got the outcome revealed and I have to work with that. Now it wasn't a disaster. I still had enough flexibility to be able to make it happen, but significantly less flexibility than I would have liked. And out of 3 people I did this with, the last one, I couldn't get it to happen, but normally that wouldn't be a problem because I'd have created something different and they would have been equally satisfied. But because they'd already hooked into the outcome, I'd already hooked into the outcome, there was no ability to maneuver. Now, another place this has happened for me recently is a little while ago I decided to experiment with a different format for how I engage with change work clients. And this is based on a friend of mine who uses this particular model of charging by the change. I thought I would experiment with it because I always like to experiment and see what occurs. So I decided for a while to start engaging clients on a per change basis. I would charge an overall fee for a particular change. Now, this is different from the way I've classically worked. I've classically said, yeah, you just book time with me, and that's the way we roll. And immediately I found myself becoming egoically attached to the outcome, or just like a dog with a bone that I couldn't let go of. Instead of being free, instead of being relaxed, to just explore different things, to nudge the system, to let things emerge, and then engage with the creativity. What I was doing is I was breaking my own rule. I'm becoming outcome attached. I'm encouraging the client to become outcome attached by specifying this particular thing that's going to be a particular way. Now, if we take the Jobs formula, the Steve Jobs formula of you cannot connect the dots looking forward, only looking backward, it doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying this has rendered me entirely ineffective, but what it has done is it's rendered me, I believe, significantly less effective. It's undermined my ability to step into my power and creativity to do my very best for my clients by operating from a business model that by its very nature engenders outcome attachment. Now, whatever it is that you're looking to create in life, what you need a vision. You need to know where you're going. You need to have a sense of direction, but all of this stuff, a vision, a sense of direction, where you're going, this needs to be part of a bigger conversation, so to speak, part of a bigger unfolding, a part of, not the dominant aspect of, because when we become beholden to our fixed and rigid ideas about how things must be, it undermines us, it shuts us down for two reasons. We lose our flexibility, number one, and number two, we start operating from a place of fear, because we fear that we're not going to get the result. If we're attached to it, we're fearing we're not going to get the result, even on a microscopic level. And fear is the antithesis of, it's like an anti-creative energy. And if you really want to create, you want to keep fear out. This is why outcome attachment doesn't serve. So, this is something I've been preaching, I guess, for many years, and pretty much in life I'm reasonably good at staying unattached. But it's actually quite a human thing to get attached to outcomes, and hence the reason why, just when I think I'm out, it pulls me back in, the outcome attachment. But I've had these two fantastic experiences recently that have been able to highlight for me once again to refresh that lesson in my life. Okay, so if you like this video, like the video. If you'd like to know more about outcome attachment, the dynamics of outcome attachment, how that relates to fear, how that undermines our ability to create our results in life, ask any questions you want to ask in the comments section below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, if you're looking for rich perspectives on self-transformation or personal mastery that you will not get anywhere else, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. So until we continue this conversation, keep on consciously creating.